James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time here with White. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Now, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. First down, here's White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, they'll run with White. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Buccaneers still looking for that first win, 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic 1, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. After 1, 7-0, RDA Sports. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with White. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Murray off play action. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot,
You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They'll pitch it out to White, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Okay, ready? The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll go up the middle with White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On play action, they'll throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, the strategy was evident there.
there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Green, green, green. Come on. Hey.
First down, Murray. And this is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The tight end in motion right. Murray now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Pass 11, pass 11. Check, back and 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll lead that out to the flat to White. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing.
He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now here's another interception. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Going up top for Miller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Miller, the man in motion. On 2nd and 10, Murray. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now Murray again. Touchdown! Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
They're going to try and run. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Airing this one out for Evans. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one taken in by Otten. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 44, Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Murray to air it out again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Let's go.
On a handoff, it's White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Murray going to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Murray. He's got Otten. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep... And now here is another interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just past the 35. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. They go right back to White here on first down. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for Las Vegas, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile,